What's up, guys? Welcome to NDTV Canes all day. If you're rocking with you, then you know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe button so you never miss out on a video. And big shout out to the Kane Gang members. If you want to support the channel a little bit extra, just click that link in the pinned comments and get signed up today. But today, I just wanted to look over our next season schedule. Yes, details, the weeks, everything has dropped tonight, and I just wanted to look over it, give you my train of thought, what I think about the teams and things like that. Let's dive into that. Okay, so right off the bat, I want to say this season I'm expecting to make the playoffs. I believe we went big and decided to go out and get a Carson Beck. We're in the fourth year of the Mario Cristobal era. We've seen teams like Arizona State, Indiana, SMU. We've seen them make the playoffs, and it's our time, right? It's either like Mario, we understand that you came in and you fixed a lot of shit, right? When people, I heard somebody comparing Marcus Freeman to Mario Cristobal, and I'm like, Marcus Freeman, he inherited Notre Dame when Brian Kelly left. They were already in a good position. Mario inherited a program that had to be rebuilt from top to bottom, and not just rebuilt through the players, but the different processes, how we recruit, how do we go about recruiting, the facilities and things like that. We've been through year one. We've been through year two. We've been through year three. This is year four. And I believe with this playoff, expecting a playoff berth isn't asking too much. That's my opinion. I would love to know, what are your expectations at this point of the season? Because we do know your expectations can change with different news comes. But right now, I'm saying, hey, we got to make the playoffs. But right off the bat, we should know how good our Miami Hurricanes, because we got to play Notre Dame. Now, Notre Dame is a team they're losing Riley Leonard. They're losing their defensive coordinator. They've lost several offensive linemen, but they also got the Great House kid who had a good game. They got Jeremiah Love coming back. The game before, who was that? Penn State. A big point in that Penn State game was Riley Leonard went out, was getting checked on. I think it was Penn State or Georgia, one of the two. But Riley Leonard goes out of the game. He's getting checked on. And Steve Angeli comes into the game, and I'm thinking, are they going to just run the ball and get to halftime, or are they going to go down and try to get three? They went down and they got three, and he looked pretty good doing it. So I think for him to come off the bench and deliver like that, it impressed me. And we also know that they have another quarterback coming in. So I think they're going to be ready to play. Hopefully our Miami Hurricanes will be ready to play. I think that's a good test for both teams. And then a couple weeks later, we play Florida. We know they're going to be looking for revenge. That's a game that I'm very confident in us winning. We never know how this next portal window is going to go. So everything I'm saying right now is based on these rosters and based on what we've been told by Carson Beck in his injury. So I think, looking at this right off the bat, we're going to know how our Miami Hurricanes are. And look, if we win those games, the question will be, Mario, can you keep us on track and smooth sailing into the playoffs? Because according to all the polls I've seen, Notre Dame is expected to stay where they are. And the Florida Gators, this is what I'm being told. DJ Lagway is a generational quarterback, and it don't matter that Miami whooped that ass last year. It don't matter that DJ Lagway threw a ton of interceptions last year. It don't matter that Billy Napier was about to get fired. None of that shit matters because they got a generational quarterback in DJ Lagway. So if Miami can start 4-0, start by beating Notre Dame in Florida, then the narrative will be, Mario, can you keep this team on track, or will they go crazy at the end of the year? Then let's say we lose those 2 games. Then the question is, okay, Mario, your 2 toughest games are out the way. Can you get this team back on track? So when I look at this schedule is not an easy schedule by any means. But those first couple games is what I look at. Notre Dame, then Florida. Florida State, they're going to be better than last year. They only won 2 games. They only can go up. Right? I see people saying, will they improve? Will they been better? Well, I would hope they would improve because they won 2 games last year. So I do think they're going to be better. The question is, will the moves that they made be enough to get them into a, competing for the ACC or just looking way better than they did last year? Because we know they're going to be better, but how much better? But I don't overlook them because, hey, last year we had a dominant team. They had a horrible team, and they still stayed in the game with us. So, now, looking at this, you can see that we got a couple bye weeks. We're going to have 2 bye weeks next year. I don't like playing on Sunday. It's just something about playing on Sunday, then the next week starting. I like for it to be on Saturday. That way we all can kick it, and then the next day, is Sunday and you can regroup. But we're playing Notre Dame on Sunday. But looking at this schedule, there is a lot going on here. You got SMU versus Miami. Now, SMU has made the ACC championship game. Rhett Lashley took some former Miami Hurricanes and took them to the playoffs before you, Mario. So now if you go to Dallas, Texas, and you lose that game, whoo-wee, that's a bad narrative. Just like when I made this exact video last year, I said, Mario, if you lose to Duke, that's going to be a bad narrative that will be pushed. So you're going to have to take care of them. Syracuse, I really think Cal McCord, I don't know if they're going to replace them. So I don't know too much about them. Then look at these last games in November. North Carolina State. Then we go on the road, Virginia Tech in Blacksburg. On the road, Pitt. Can't overlook those teams. Pitt, actually, the games I watched, which I watched them play Clemson and I watched them play Syracuse. Both of those games, they were good teams. And they destroyed Syracuse by making Cal McCord throw several interceptions. Then you look at the Clemson game. They had the game won and gave up a crazy run at the end of the game, which ended up giving Clemson the victory. So can't overlook Pitt. We know Narduzzi defensively is going to be ready to go. So you can't overlook him. And then Virginia Tech, they almost beat us this year. Kyron Drones is coming back. He should be better. North Carolina State, they got C.J. Bailey. The reason I bring that up, because during the game, look, if C.J. Bailey starts going crazy during the game, they're just going to talk about that and about how, they're going to say Miami didn't recruit him, even though, even though we tried to get him towards the end, but it's going to make it out to, it's like Miami's the bad guy. That's usually what they do with in these type of situations. So you got him coming to Hard Rock too. So he's going to have some people in the stadium. He's going to want to show out. Will we be ready? Stanford, I'm not going to act like I know a lot about them. I know they did lose their quarterback. Their best wide receiver went to the draft, so we'll see what they pulled the upset over Louisville. And then looking at Louisville, a good matchup this past year. They pick up Miller Moss from USC, who is, to me, he's basically very, very like Tyler Shaw. So I don't see, like, just looking at this, I would say Bethune-Cookman's an automatic W. Stanford's an automatic W. Those are the only two teams that I'll look at this schedule and say is an automatic W. Now, asking me right now, I think we beat South Florida. I think we beat Bethune-Cookman. I think we beat both of the Florida schools. Louisville, I don't know, man. Pitt, I think that game's going to be tricky. We beat Syracuse. We beat Stanford. We beat SMU. Hey. Yeah. This going to be I think this schedule right now, you know, what I'm thinking these teams are going to look like, this is going to be a tough schedule. But I just wanted to give you my guys' reaction as I'm looking through this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 home games. I like that. 8 home games. That's good. Couple bye weeks early in the year. Whatever. What do you guys think about the schedule? What do you guys think about some of these teams, man? Besides Notre Dame and Florida, give me a team y'all think Miami should watch out for right now. Right now. This is just for fun, right? Because to be honest with you guys, this next portal window, things could get shaken up. So what do you guys think? Let me know. Do you disagree with anything that I said? I appreciate you guys. I'm out. Peace.